So right now I'm zoomed in a little bit close so they can see this graph right here a little bit better. First of all, it starts at the bottom and then goes up, goes down. By the time it gets to right here, that's one cycle. So I don't need the whole thing. I just need one cycle, which goes to right here. And then if you get a little straight edge and then draw a line right here, that's 1, that's 2, and this is a little bit more than 2. So what number, probably something with pi, what number is a little bit bigger than 2? So, like I said, I'm sort of zoomed in. Sorry about that glare. So if you do 2 pi, that's 6 point something, and I want 2 point something. So if I divide 6 by 3, that would be 2 point something. So it looks like 2 pi divided by 3. Okay, I'm going with that, 2 pi over 3. So this line right here is at 2 pi over 3. Oh, this is starting at the bottom and going up. So that looks like it's probably negative cosine of x. So that's my first guess. Let me zoom a little more normal. Okay, my guess is it's negative cosine of x. Now the period is what I just found over here. That's 2 pi over 3. And then the other x-axis information, the phase shift, was this shifted to the right or to the left? Well, it starts at 0 and goes to 2 pi over 3, so the phase shift is 0. That's the x information. Then for the y information, let's see, this is negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's going from negative 7 at the bottom, and then this is going over to right here. So this is 1, 2, 3. Now what's in the middle of a 3 and a negative 7? So a 3 plus a negative 7 divided by 2. On the top, this would be negative 4, and then divide that by 2 equals negative 2. So negative 2 would be right here in the middle. Okay, so if you go from a negative 2 up to a 3, that's a total of 5, because we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that means that the amplitude is equal to 5. Or if you went from negative 2 down to negative 7, that's also a length of 5. So the amplitude is 5. And then this number is the vertical shift. So you could either say it's negative 2, or you could write it in words and say 2 moved down. All right, now I'm ready to start creating my function. So use the formula 2 pi divided by b is the formula that gives you the period. In this case, it has to equal this. Well, they both have 2 pi on the top. That means that b must be a 3. So that's the number that goes right here in front of x. Now also, it had a phase shift was 0. Okay, so we're actually done with the x information. So it's going to be negative cosine, and then put the b in front of x. And now on to the y information. So the amplitude is 5. So right here, I need to sneak in a 5 right here. And the vertical shift is negative 2. And you could put the negative 2 at the front or at the end. And that should do it. Just like always, use the graphing calculator and see if I got it right. So y equals, so this starts with -5 cosine of 3x, and then minus a 2. Now, make the window look like this. So what did I put? X is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a little bit. So 6 and a little bit, that looks like 2 pi. So this, go from 0 to 2 pi, which is actually left over from the last problem. And then y, if this is -7, -8, -9, -10, it looks like this is going to be +10 to -10. So minimum -10, and then +10. And then it should create this graph right here. That looks correct. There's one cycle, and then it does another one, and then it should end right down here. Ah, yes. I love math.